You're watching UnrealEntGaming. This is Beerus, the god of destruction. Make sure you subscribe to UnrealEntGaming and push the like button for me, or else I'll Hakai you from existence.
Oh, and do make sure to watch the entire video all the way through. And to follow UnrealEntGaming on both Instagram and Twitter.
Whis, enough. On to the video.
Ever since the introduction of Universe 6, specifically the Saiyans of Universe 6 within the Dragon Ball Super franchise, there had often been conversations held as to what the overall situation would have been like to see Goku and Vegeta actually go to Universe 6. There had often been conversations held as to what the overall situation and circumstance would have been like to see the characters of Goku and Vegeta actually venture out into Universe 6, specifically to pay planet Sadala a visit and seeing what their people are like. And ever since both the Tournament of Power and the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie, we were only then not only introduced to Cabba, but also Kale, Caulifla, and the canonization of Broly within Dragon Ball Super as well. But what exactly would the experience be like to see Goku, Vegeta, and Broly venture out into Universe 6 to begin with? As here today we dive into a new adventure in seeing both Universe 6 and Universe 7 Saiyans train on planet Sadala, and not only having to see how their battles with each other would be like, but to also take a look in observing their overall interactions and having each party battle against the other. Now, before we dive any further into this video, if you are new to the channel and of course have a love and passion for all things Dragon Ball and anime related and want to be kept up to date with everything in regards to Dragon Ball, the Dragon Ball Super manga, and everything involving the Dragon Ball IP, then I do encourage you guys to go on over and smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to never miss a single video on this channel, as well as giving this video a big thumbs up by slapping that like button down below if you guys are simply stoked, ready, and excited to see what the future holds in regards to the Dragon Ball franchise. And with all that being said, I want to thank you all so much for your support, and let's dive straight into the video. As our story begins on planet Sadala with Whis having to oversee a battle happening in the distance, and as he is, Whis further went on to observe this battle by having to comment, "I'm truly amazed to see how rapidly these Saiyans can manage to grow within such a short period of time. It truly is a sight to behold. These Saiyans from the 6th have grown quite powerful since meeting Goku and Vegeta during the Tournament of Power. Each of them have adapted in their own unique ways. Even while using Super Saiyan God, it would only appear as though Goku is having some trouble with Caulifla. It seems as though reaching Super Saiyan 3 truly did pay off, and with Caulifla shown knocking Goku away, that's when Whis went on to further continue, oh my, and there he goes. I wonder what Goku is looking for since he isn't going all out against her. Perhaps training her while strengthening himself?" As Caulifla went on to comment, "Gotcha, punk," which interestingly enough, as Super Saiyan God Goku's body is shown having to fly right past Whis, that's when Whis went on to tell Goku, "You know, Goku, you could end this a lot faster if you only went on to take this battle a bit more serious rather than antagonizing her. You know that, don't you?" As Goku went on to respond, "A little busy, Whis." "Oh, and there she goes," Whis adds, as Caulifla is shown having to charge right back at Goku by following him. Whis then went on to continue, "Quite the spunky one this Caulifla is," with of course Caulifla shown dashing right past Whis as Caulifla went on to shout, "Get back here, Goku! I'm not finished with you! Didn't I tell you that once I saw you that you'd be toast? Well, look at you now! You don't have a chance, and you know it, old man!" And with Goku shown stabilizing himself and having to break his fall, that's when Goku went on to respond, "Old man, huh? That's new. Man, she's something. I didn't think she'd get this strong this quickly. She's getting better and better with each strike. It's honestly exciting. But I'm far from finished," Goku says. "I still have a few tricks up my sleeve that she may have forgotten by now," and with Caulifla shown having to wind her fist back, she did not waste any time in having to dash directly at Goku by shouting, "A few more shots like that and you're history, and you know it, Goku! Take this!" And as Caulifla went on to make contact with Goku in creating this massive shockwave that echoed throughout the landscape, Whis further went on to observe this by commenting, "The shockwave of their attack is truly impactful. Perhaps it is is the will to always want to evolve that motivates these Saiyans into achieving greater levels of power. Caulifla certainly isn't the same fighter as she was during the tournament, but neither is Goku. I wonder what the outcome of this battle will be like. Is Goku aiming to have them achieve new transformations, or is he simply training himself into adapting to any and all circumstances in battle? If this continues, I'm afraid there won't be a planet for them to fight on anymore. And as we then go back to Caulifla, who in fact is shown struggling against Goku, Caulifla then went on to ask, "You're smiling. What exactly do you find funny, huh? Is there something you're hiding from me that you've yet to show off? If it's that blue hair transformation of yours, then that won't work," as Goku went on to smile back by responding, "Actually, Caulifla, I have something much more powerful than Super Saiyan Blue up my sleeve. You may not remember it, but it's something that I'm saving for a sticky situation. You've gotten so strong since I last fought you. It makes me wonder how high you can go if you keep on pushing yourself. But don't worry, it's only a matter of time before I show you a few of my new secrets. I think you'll love it. Don't blink or you'll miss it," as Caulifla went on to ask, "What the heck are you talking about? What do you have that goes beyond your blue form? Why was it so difficult to hit you earlier? You stood in your red-haired form, but you were moving faster than I can see. Quit toying around. What's your secret?" as Goku went on to respond, "Oh, you'll see. First, I want to get a feel of your power before I truly go all out. What you saw earlier was something that I applied to my Super Saiyan forms, a power that certainly isn't possible of learning overnight," and with Goku then shown backing away, he then went on to tell Caulifla, "You see? Just like that. Let me show you another example of what I'm talking about." "Whoa," Caulifla says. "What the?" As Goku then quickly carried on by having to kick Caulifla in the stomach, he then went on to tell her, "It's like I told you. Don't blink or you'll surely miss it. Let's go, Caulifla. I want to see what you got. Keep pushing," and with Caulifla shown having to fly right through the landscape, and ironically enough, having to be shown flying right past Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta, who in fact is fighting Super Saiyan 3 Kaba. As Kaba and Vegeta are locked in a test of strength, Kaba then went on to tell Vegeta, "Master, you're too strong, but I won't give up," as Vegeta went on to respond, "Good, but this form of yours has a weakness. Although granting you the ability to increase your power, you're burning through your stamina at a much higher rate. You could never compete with me like this. Or am I wrong?" as Kaba responds, "No, you're wrong, Master." "Oh, really?" Vegeta says. "Well, then show me. Prove it to me. Prove to me that you are worthy of being one of the strongest Saiyans in this universe. Because if you don't, then not only will I follow through in ending your life for being a complete and utter disgrace, but then I'll go on to crush those other two Saiyan women as well. And then I'll destroy this entire planet with everyone on it and start fresh. You wouldn't want that, would you? You know I'll do it too. Show me the pride of Sadala. Show me why you deserve to live." And with Vegeta attempting to spark Kaba's motivation, with Kaba having to be shown pushing back, he then went on to respond, "Master, I won't let you hurt them." "You wouldn't. Certainly you fought to protect us and won us back after the tournament, so you just wouldn't," as Vegeta went on to respond, "Wrong. If it means destroying those who embarrass the Saiyan title, then I'll do it." But right before Vegeta could manage to connect his punch, Kaba went on to quickly counter by grabbing onto Vegeta's fist by telling him, "No, Master. I won't let you. I can't let you. I've trained very hard for this moment, to show you why I am worthy, to show you that I am one of the strongest Saiyans in this universe. If you truly want to use my friends and family as bait to get under my skin like you did before, then it won't work. I vow that I will one day become strong enough to prove myself to you, and even one day becoming even stronger than you." And with Kaba then shown flinging Vegeta across the landscape, he then went on to continue, "And that day has come. I am not the same scared little boy when I was when you met me. I am the Saiyan Commander Kaba, leader of the planet Sadala's Saiyan Force. Your power and your will to fight has inspired me to shatter my limits and never back down from a battle." As Vegeta is then shown quickly dashing back in, he then went on to respond, "Good, good. Well then, Kaba, let's just see how powerful you've truly become once the pressure is put on you. Let's test that form of yours." And with Whis continuing to observe the battle, he then went on to chime in, "Well, Vegeta seems to be focused out there. He's always taken a liking to Kaba without ever telling him. I'm curious if Vegeta will help push the Saiyan into matching him in battle. Both Goku and Vegeta seem to be much stronger than what they're letting off out there. However, How about Broly? His battle with Universe 6's Savage seems to be more violent than the other battles that are currently taking place. Both Kale and Broly appear to be fighting with the intention to seriously destroy the other, and as we then get to see how simultaneously Broly is charging directly at Kale, Whis then went on to continue, I don't sense any motivation coming from the two, which means it's purely a battle of dominance between them. To whereas Ikari Broly is then shown having to punch Berserker Kale directly in the head, Whis then went on to continue, I'm not sure why Goku wanted Broly to train using his old armor, but I suspect it's for Broly to get used to moving much better while wearing it. To where shockingly enough, as Berserker Kale is then shown tanking Broly's punch, she then went on to inform Broly by telling him, no, I'm stronger. As she then went on to retaliate by uppercutting Broly in the stomach, she then continues, I'm the strongest, and this really goes on to rattle Broly because as soon as Broly is then shown stumbling on back, it would appear as though either his Ikari power is even slightly weaker than Berserker Kale, which ultimately prompts Broly in getting even more angrier than how he was before, which further went on to prompt Broly into transforming, and as he did, Whis went on to comment, oh my, it's as I thought, Broly is unable to control his emotions out there against the Saiyan. In order to prove himself to be the strongest to her, he's looking to use the same power he did on Earth to defeat her. But I'm afraid this might actually do more harm than good. Which of course, in a spectacular-like fashion, we get to see how Broly then goes on to transform into his full-powered Super Saiyan state, and this does not go unnoticed, as the others went on to respond, beginning with Goku, what the? Oh no, not this again! What did Kale do to force this out of him? As even Caulifla went on to chime in, what the heck is that? That power, it's massive. It must be that Broly Saiyan who's fighting Kale. That form, why does it look so similar to Kale's form? No, it's stronger. Damn it all, says Vegeta. I warned Kakarot this would ultimately happen, as even Kaba went on to chime in, whoa, what in the world is that? The entire planet is shaking. Just what happened out there? As Whis went on to continue, my, I wonder what they will all do now. Although the Saiyan's power is certainly impressive, there is no point to it if it cannot be controlled. Vegeta did warn Goku about this. Broly would be much better off controlling this power rather than blindly using it to fight. But there is only Goku to blame for this. He didn't want to help Broly fix this, but instead just wanted to jump into Universe 6 and train. I wonder if Broly has any command over this power, if he perhaps remembers Goku and Vegeta. If his mind is truly clouded by rage and anger, then the others may have a bigger problem on their hands than they think. A power like Broly's could prove to be more dangerous when in the wrong hands, but could also become the most useful asset once mastered. But I'm not sure if Broly has the mindset of remaining calm. If he continues to be pushed like this, he may break his limits even more in discovering a different form. However, one that may come with a price to his allies, and perhaps a price on his own life. I suppose only time will tell, Whis says, as Broly is then shown transforming into his full-powered state. Whis then went on to continue, but Broly is also much stronger now than how he was on Earth. He shares a similar transformation to Kale. If I'm not mistaken, this is the true and original Super Saiyan form, since it was said that the Super Saiyan transformation has genetically altered its stages over the generations. I wonder if this is what the Saiyans are at their core. Well, one thing is for sure, Whis continues, with everyone's focus now shifted to Broly, I wonder how the Saiyans will now respond. As Berserker Kale went on in to punch Broly directly in the chest as she did, this did not faze Broly in the slightest, as Broly went on to respond, you are not the strongest. Your power is pathetic. As Kale quickly followed through by having to punch Broly in the head, and as she did, Broly then went on to smile in Kale's face by telling her, that tickles. Now you die! And with Caulifla noticing how Goku's a bit rattled, she then went on to put this into question by telling Goku, alright, spill it. What is that power? Why are you so nervous? He's on your side, isn't he? So why are you so worked up? As Goku responds, it's not that. It's the fact that Broly hasn't mastered controlling his power. Unlike Kale, I don't think he knows which side he's on. Me and Vegeta fought him on Earth before. He's more dangerous than you think. As we only then get to see how Kale is then shown literally getting smashed into the ground by Broly in a very barbaric way. Broly further went along to address Kale by telling her, this power of yours can only be used by me. Pathetic Saiyan trash. Only Broly is worthy of this strength. I will destroy you, as Kale's body is literally shown shaking as blood is beginning to pour out of her mouth. As of course Broly is then shown standing over her, he then went on to continue, my power is rising. Yes, more power, as he followed up by grabbing Kale by the hair and having to lift her up. Broly then went on to tell Kale, I will dismember you, Universe 6! As we only then pan back to our heroes, with Goku noticing how Vegeta had just arrived, to which as he did, Vegeta then went on to comment, Kakarot, you idiot! What did I tell you about him? Now look, that freak is going to kill them all if we don't do something to stop him. Did you forget our battle on Earth? As Goku went on to respond, it's not my fault, Vegeta. I didn't forget, but I thought this would have helped him in the long run, especially if he was able to get some experience with them. As Vegeta went on to respond, he doesn't even know what's going on himself. And you talk about experience? As Broly is then shown grabbing Kale by the head and smashing her against the pile of rocks, Broly then went on to comment, playtime is over. Now you will die. But Super Saiyan 3 Kaba and Super Saiyan 3 Caulifla are not going to allow this to happen, because they went on to quickly take action themselves and having to charge on him by shouting, let go of her! We won't let you! As of course from there, Caulifla and Kaba went on to attack Broly from behind, and as they are, Kaba went on to comment, she's dead unless we stop him, Caulifla. Hit him with everything you have. We have to make him drop her before it's too late. As Caulifla went on to respond, damn this Saiyan, it's like punching steel. He's not even moving. Hey, let go of her. If you're looking for some action, then we have it for you right now, ugly. Let go. But even then, as Kaba and Caulifla then go on to back away, Kaba then went on to respond, our attacks were like nothing to him. Kaba, look, says Caulifla, I think we just pissed him off, and pissed Broly off they did, because Broly ended up dropping Kale and now having to redirect his focus at Kaba and Caulifla, to where as he did, Broly from there went on to grab them both by the head and smashing them directly down into the ground, and as he did, Goku and Vegeta are left dumbfounded and having to see this, as Goku went on to respond, whoa, Vegeta, look, it's over, just like that. He picked them both apart like they were nothing. He smashed through all three of them by himself. As Vegeta responds, great. You know what this means, Kakarot? It means that we're likely to be next thanks to you. I told you he couldn't control himself. I knew he wasn't fit to do this. This one is on you, you hear me? Now we're left with the mess, as Goku went on to respond, oh come on Vegeta, how should I know he'd act up like this? I thought Broly would have been more accustomed to his power by now. I didn't know he'd still go on to act the same way, but we have to do something or they're all dead. And as we then go back to Kaba and Caulifla, who are shown on the ground reverting back down to their base form, Vegeta is still not having it with Goku, as he then went on to ask him, how could you not know, you idiot? We had to fuse to beat him, and I'm not looking to do that with you again. If they die or if something happens to us, then it's all on you. This wasn't the plan, as Goku responds, well, I don't think we have much of a choice here. We have to calm him down before things get ugly. Damn you, Kakarot, says Vegeta. You went on and screwed everything up again. And now look, how annoying dealing with him again like this. I'm not letting this one go, you hear me? Now stand aside. I'm going to put a stop to him myself. And if he dies in the process of this battle, then he dies. I don't intend to deal with Broly like this again. Now get out of my way. As Vegeta from there went on to transform into his Super Saiyan Blue evolution state, and as he did, Vegeta then quickly took action in having to dash directly at Broly, and as he did, Goku went on to comment, oh man, Vegeta's really dead set on this. I didn't think Broly was going to lash out like this. I guess Vegeta was right. This is my fault. I should have helped Broly control his power before bringing him here. As interestingly enough, with Whis having to oversee this, Whis then went on to chime in, interesting. I wonder how Goku will respond in this situation. Vegeta seems to be taking matters into his own hands. But what about you, Goku? Are you planning on using what I think you're going to use? And that's exactly what Goku does, because as soon as Goku went on to power back down into his base form, he then proceeded to close his eyes as Whis went on to continue. It only took for Broly to lose his mind to get Goku to understand how dangerous it was in bringing him here. Endangering the lives of others for a simple exhibition isn't anything to be proud of. But can he do it? Will he listen and use his training to eliminate the problem? or will he fall short again? To which, as we then pan on over to Vegeta and having to see how he went on to grab Broly by the hair, Vegeta then went on to ask, just what the hell do you think you're doing, Broly? I didn't forget about what you did to us on Earth. I'm going to put you in your place where you belong. And that's exactly what Vegeta attempts to do, because as soon as he ends up pulling Broly's head down and connecting a thunderous knee strike to Broly's face, Broly is then shown having to spill a little bit of blood, with Vegeta then shown winding his fist back, and as he did, he then went on to shout, "This is where it ends," and Broly went on to quickly notice this and retaliating by punching Vegeta in the stomach by telling him, "No, Vegeta, you are going to be put in your place, where you belong." And with this attack shown literally having to rattle Vegeta's entire body, Vegeta then went on to say to himself, what power? It's like he's an entirely different person. His power, it's changed. And with Vegeta's body being shown flying out into the distance, Whis then went on to observe this by commenting, well, this should be interesting to see. Vegeta took quite the blow to his stomach. I wouldn't be surprised if Broly went on and broke Vegeta's ribs with that attack, but I think this is where the situation will now peak, as Vegeta went on to say to himself, he got lucky. There's no way I'm going to let him get away with that. I'll erase him if I have to. But then, as soon as Vegeta's body is then shown flying outwards, all of a sudden, Vegeta went on to bump into an individual. As he then went on to quickly turn his head, he then noticed how this individual had then vanished, as Vegeta went on to comment, what the heck did I just bump into? Wait a second. That wasn't an object. It was, of course. Damn you, Kakarot, Vegeta says. I told you to stay put. I didn't need your help, you clown. As even Broly himself seems to be visibly nervous by what is happening, all of a sudden Broly went on to comment, Kakarot. As it was only then where Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku was then shown standing in front of Broly, and as he then went on to address Broly by telling him, Broly, listen to me. Enough is enough. You're out of control and I can't let you continue to do this. I never intended on using this power this early. I was actually saving it to use it against you later on, along with the Universe 6's Saiyans if they fused again. But Broly, you have to stop. And with Goku shown intensely having to look at Broly and warning him, he then went on to continue, I really don't want to do this, but you left me with no other choice. Stop this, and let's continue to fight and train another day. If you don't, and you continue to hurt the Universe 6 Saiyans along with me and Vegeta, then I'll have to do what I have to do to see to it that you stop. So please, don't force my hand in this. You don't stand a chance against what I am now, and I really don't want to hurt you. So power back down, and let's go home. As Broly went on to respond, hurt me? You could never hurt me. I cannot be destroyed by any of you. You will join them in the grave. Kakarot! As it only then became clear enough that Goku's words were not able to calm Broly down, and with Goku having to anticipate Broly's punch, Goku then went on to respond, I'm sorry. Then you leave me with no other choice. And as quickly as Broly went on to throw his punch, Goku ended up stopping Broly's attack with simply one finger, and as he did, Goku then went on to continue, we should have trained you first before bringing you here. I assumed you'd have some level of control over this form of yours, but now I see that I was wrong. But it's not impossible to do. No amount of power you have is going to stop me, especially not with what I have become right now. Broly, I want you to know that this isn't personal, but I have to do this. As of course Goku went on to position his hand directly in front of Broly's heart, it was only then at that moment where Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku went on to deliver the 1-inch punch directly on Broly's heart, and as he did, this was indeed so effective that even Whis went on to applaud this by commenting, my word, how truly magnificent! What force! It would seem as though Goku targeted Broly's heart to stop it from beating momentarily in order for Broly's body to cool down. A pressure point. A phenomenal knockout blow, and with Broly's body then sent hurtling out into the distance and having to crash directly into a giant rock, with Whis further observing this, he then went on to chime in by commenting, Goku knew what he was doing when he targeted Broly's heart. It's where Broly also had that scar of his. He knew that by targeting a specific location would he claim victory over him, otherwise, Broly would have endured and went back on the attack. Which interestingly enough, this one singular strike went on to power Broly back down into his base form, and as it did, you can see the wound and the level of impact that this attack actually had on Broly's pectoral, because from there, Goku then went on to comment, we surely have a lot to work on, but I have no doubt that once we help you master this power of yours, you'll be the perfect warrior. There's no way he's getting back up after an attack like that, but if he does, then I'll have to do what I have to do to make sure that he doesn't attack anyone here, including us again. But it was only at that moment where Whis went on to appear and having to thump Goku in the back of the head with his staff by telling him, well, it took you long enough to finally get serious, Goku. But I think that's enough for today. Broly isn't going to be standing back up for a while after that, and with Vegeta also shown powering back down to his base form, Vegeta had some interesting remarks of his own as he then went on to comment, "Damn you Kakarot, where the hell did you get off thinking you're unbeatable when using that power? What is it about Ultra Instinct that makes it so effective? I must find out. Relish this moment while you can, Kakarot. I will find a way to surpass you, even if it means obtaining Ultra Instinct myself. And to think that he made it look so easy out there. This is all still your fault, you idiot." And as time went on to pass with Whis having to heal everyone, Whis then went on to inform everyone by telling them, "Alright, that should do. The three of you should be fully restored to normal," as Goku went on to shout, "Awesome! Man, what a fight, right? Oh, shut your mouth, Kakarot," says Vegeta. "If you utter one more stupid thing again, then I'm going to punch you right in your face." "Jeez, Vegeta," Goku says. "Take it easy." As Whis is also then shown having to heal Kaba, Kale, and Caulifla, Whis then went on to continue, and that should do it. Now, the three of you should also be back to normal, as Kale went on to ask, "What happened out there? Did we win? Did we beat them?" As Caulifla responds, "We almost had them, Kale, but that Broly went absolutely crazy and so Goku had to stop him, so it doesn't count." As even Kaba went on to chime in, "I can't believe the Universe 7 Saiyans are this strong. We have a long way to go if we ever hope to catch up to them and surpass them. Let this be a learning experience for us so we can get even stronger and beat them next time. I believe we can do it," as Whis went on to respond, "Alright everyone, are you ready to say your goodbyes for now?" "You bet," says Goku. "Thank you for helping us out, Whis." As right before Whis went on to bring everyone back into Universe 7, Goku went on to turn around by acknowledging the Saiyans and telling them, "You guys are incredible. I have no doubt that you'll all become even stronger the next time we visit and fight you again. But just so you all know, we will too. I can't wait to see what new forms you guys go on to achieve. I have no doubt that our next battle is going to be even better. Thank you for sparring with us. We'll be sure to visit again soon and keep in touch. Later everyone." And as Whis, Goku, Broly, and Vegeta then went on to take their leave, Kaba went on to then ask, "So what do you think? Can they truly get even stronger than they are now? We have a lot of studying to do on them if they plan on training with us again one of these days." As Kale even went on to ask, "Broly, was it? He was tough. I like that. I want to fight him again one day when he comes back." As even Caulifla went on to respond, "And I want Goku. I have no doubt that we'll surpass them in their fancy hair colors. Hey Kaba, do you think we can go beyond Super Saiyan 3? Like, do you think we can reach Super Saiyan 4 or something?" As Kaba went on to respond, "Well, they sure did prove that the sky's the limit, but I have no doubt that things will be much different the next time we see them, as only then the Beyond Dragon Ball Super story of Universe 6 vs Universe 7 manga chapter special then comes to a close." Now, this honestly has to be one of my favorite stories that I went out to create, and I wanted to put together this narrative in telling this really cool story of the Universe 7 Saiyans coming to planet Sadala over in Universe 6 and going out of their way to pair off with the individual that best suits their character. As an example, Caulifla and Goku, Vegeta and Kaba, Kale and Broly. So in the comment section below, let's just say as a hypothetical, if the Universe 6 Saiyans did go as far as to achieve new levels of power, then how exactly would they be able to compare to Goku, Vegeta, and Broly? And I wanted to also introduce something similar to that of a wild card, and in this particular story, the wild card actually ended up being Broly, and that's because when he was battling against Berserker Kale, it was clear that as Ikari Broly was fighting her, Berserker Kale was either matching Ikari Broly or besting him in that fight, so it ultimately prompted him in allowing his rage and his anger to take over and unleashing his full power and then becoming not only a direct threat to Universe 6's Saiyans, but also a direct threat to both Goku and Vegeta. And in the comment section below, what I also want to know from you guys is how far do you think all 6 of these Saiyans could go in pushing one another in achieving new levels of power? And out of the 6 shown battling on planet Sadala, who did you think shined the most in this story? So again, thank you all so much for watching, thank you all so much for your time. I greatly do appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed the story and want to see more similar to this, then I do encourage you guys to do two things. That being number one, give this video a big fat thumbs up by slapping that like button down below, as well as also smashing that subscribe button and turning on all notifications by clicking on the bell icon to never miss a single video posted onto this channel. Tune back in for more. Thank you all so much for being here, and I'll be seeing each and every single one of you guys down in the comment section below and in the next video. Take it easy, everybody, and have a great day. Peace! And a quick little reminder before you exit the video, if you guys are unaware, follow me on my secondary channels, which are also used to discuss and talk about all kinds of different subjects and topics, including gaming and live streams, beginning with Unreal Network, which is a channel dedicated in discussing all kinds of movies, breakdowns, current events, scary stories, theories, and more. So if you are someone who is into the entertainment world, then that's the channel for you. So head on over and subscribe over on Unreal Network, which up next is Unreal Vlogs, where I bring you guys a little closer into my life and taking you behind the scenes with vlogging content, parody videos, reactions, motivational videos, uplifting videos, and more. So if you want to get to know me on more of a personal level, then that's the channel for you. Hit that subscribe button to always be in the loop with Unreal Vlogs. And lastly, my gaming channel, Unreal Royale, where on that channel we dive more into the world of gaming, ranging from all different kinds of video games, from Dragon Ball to Resident Evil to Grand Theft Auto, Halo, Gears of War, Minecraft, all kinds of horror games, shooters, RPGs, and more, including live streams. So if you're a gamer and are into the gaming world, then smash that subscribe button over at Unreal Royale and experience the ride with me. I want to thank you all so much for your time. Thank you all so very much for your support, and I'll be seeing each and every single one of you in the next video.
This is the Galactic Emperor of the Universe, and of course I'm here to tell you to subscribe to UnrealEntGaming.
Also follow UnrealEntGaming on these social media platforms to stay connected at all times. And if you don't, then very soon you will all be dead! Oh, did someone say UnrealEntGaming? Oh my god.
The fuck's up, on? Put on some clothes!
Well, why don't you put on any clothes?
What? I don't need clothes. Jesus Christ, that's huge! What, Broly?
Freezer.
Uh-oh.
Prepare to die!
But once you get video, lots of likes, or Bill will turn you into chocolate! Vados, get over here! Tell these mortals that I'm the biggest UnrealEntGaming fan. This is my moment. I'm a part of his notification squad. Universe 7 can have all the fun. I just want the food.
And don't forget to leave a comment on this video. Show some love for the best community on YouTube.
Kakarot!